there now. Reloading.
We have lost the lead.
Hostile down.
The lead is out.
Hey guys, Jack here. So I've been trying to unlock all the camos for all the weapons and came across the FAL again. I never really liked this gun until this new build I've built, and it's best used with the skin I'm using.
We've taken control.
The original skin is boring and just metallic, however with this new build I customized and with this skin, it looks and feels like a M1 Grand, when it's scoped that is. The other thing that is missing is the iconic ping when the clip runs out. Other than that, I do feel satisfied and feel like I'm using a M1 Grand equivalent. But the reason why the build is important to the feeling of using a M1 Grand is because without it, the gun has terrible handling and has a hard time with follow-up shots. This build helps with the overall gun handling by controlling the vertical recoil so that you can have a nice follow-up shot like a M Grand would in other games. Other than making it feel like an M1 Grand, this build is great loadout for the FAL in Warzone or any medium to large maps. Anyways, for what I'm using, the skin is the Beefeater, and we aren't using any of its preset attachments, just using it for the look. And unfortunately, to unlock it, you would have needed to reach tier 55 of the Season 3 Battle Pass. I'm not sure if you can buy it in the store now, but maybe. But if you have it, great. If you don't, stay tuned for a build for a metallic lookalike M1 Grand. The build is still good to use though. Alright, the build. So I got the monolithic suppressor. Yes, it makes the sound muffled and not really sounding like the M1 Grand, but I almost always prefer a suppressor in this game. You can change this one if you like it to sound closer to an M1 Grand. Anyways, it gives you sound suppression and extra damage range. The XRK Marksman I have there for the barrel. It's great for damage range, damage velocity, and recoil control. So next I have the Merc foregrip to further help with the vertical recoil. Hipfire is a nice bonus. 30 round mags because you'll need it. And rubberized grip tape to again help with the vertical recoil because the vertical recoil for this gun is terrible. Alright, so this is the build. From this angle, it doesn't look like a M1 Grand, but in game, when iron sighting, the wood look, iron sights, and kickback of the gun, it feels like I'm using an M1 Grand when I'm using it. Anyways, hope you guys like this build, and if you need an optic, change the monolithic suppressor to any optic you prefer. That'd be my suggestion. Wouldn't look like an M1 Grand, but for just using it as a FAL good loadout, sure. Alright, so that's the build. Enjoy, comment, like, and subscribe.